And the boys are back in town. What's up, Carcane? Carcane's the winner. First twice in a row. I got my buddy Elmo here. If you guys aren't familiar with R2, I got Ray over there typing it in the comment section. So you guys get a chance to go check out our other channel, R2, where I'm always let loose. So where Ray will let loose and have some fun on his videos a little more. So Ray's watching Sesame Street or some shit. I don't know what he's doing.
Your commercial.
So today we are sponsored by Bojangles Sweet Tea. Oh, he's on X-Ring. You're on the wrong channel, buddy.
Sorry, I'll switch over.
All right. So what's everybody doing tonight? Matt Cross, how you doing? We got Scott Hoffman. Jackson's going on. You traded Ray. Yeah, he listens a little better. He did pretty good today. If you guys aren't familiar, or Elmo for Ray. Yes. What's up? X-Ring +5 says Casey Duncan. What's going on? Yeah, we'll be seeing you tomorrow, sir. William, how you doing? Howdy, Rick, Ray, and Elmo. So we're trying something out. We got Ray on a phone over here, and we got ourselves on the Wi-Fi. Let's see if we've been getting Netflix when we thought we weren't getting Netflix. What's up, 45 Auto? Yippee-ki-yay, mother bleep. Yeah, Elmo, you got a potty mouth, buddy. We had to beep you out of that one. Where'd you get the tack vest? Where'd you get that at the
I actually got
SHOT
that
Show?
at SHOT Show, and that is a drink holder.
Yeah, it's actually made for a cup for a Diet Coke, basically drink roll. Let's try to throw it on Elmo and see if it works. Does Elmo still got his gun on him? No, but that is a actual cup koozie cooler thing, and it worked pretty well. There he is, R2. If you guys haven't gone over to R2 and checked out the channel yet, we got pretty good videos. We got Ray as a RoboCop. I do a little bit of fishing, but I catch something kind of weird that you would never expect. And then we got Elmo. What other ones we got out there? Oh, we do some upside down shooting and all sorts of crazy crap. So a lot of fun out there. And then other than that, it's been quite a fun adventure on the R2 channel. Let me grab this thing, just so we don't lose it.
Is the lighting right, or are we sitting the wrong way?
No, lighting's
This
good.
will work. All right.
Let's see. Let's go over here. I'll get everybody in here. Look, it's Elmo. Someone Rick can beat in pistol shooting. Yeah, pretty much, Matt. Pretty much, buddy. Hey, I saw a video of you the other day, and it was actually a pretty good shooting. You had the, if you guys aren't familiar with RTT Guns and Gear, go check out his channel.
What the hell?
What the hell? Pretty good shooting. Not bad. Not bad for a young rookie with a... Let's see. I got all the floodlights outside on.
Yeah, he said there was a homicide in his town. I think he lives near Charlotte. But, yeah, that's like a daily occurrence down there. But
that's just another day.
So, my wife and kids are out of town. We have all the Netflix off. We have everything
even
off.
the sneaky Netflix, maybe.
Yeah, even
so
the
if it's
computers.
working, if
So
it's
if it
working
works,
well,
we know.
we've been getting bamboozled for the last while. Nice video, just saw it. Oh, okay. +5, yep. Let's see, must have been my hostage drill shooting. Yeah, it was. That's the one I saw. It was a good video. Good pistol work. Just finished your last upload, Matt.
53 people.
What's
shot
up, William?
This weekend.
Carcane. 53 people shot where? Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
I would assume it's Chicago.
Chirac.
Yeah, that's an everyday ongoing occurrence. What is that? One of the most gun freaking unfriendly states in the country.
Jackson says where he lives, he has a homicide every 10 years or so. Yeah, it's kind of like it up in the hills. I think there's more that you just don't hear about them because
there's a lot of land to bury.
There's
people.
a lot of land.
There's a lot of land to bury people. Elmo
Elmo.
looks like sugar wasted. Yeah, he had some of my sweet tea, and he's a little. He ain't used to that.
You know what I can show? Hold on.
KB32, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? What the hell? Casey says, what's up? Eagle Eye Shooting's out there. How you doing, Kenny? Yeah, it was a fun day today making that video. We got Jason Hunt. How you doing? You need more hats in your store. There is no hats in the store. They don't sell hats anymore. So actually, we got Eagle Eye Shooting.
Guys, so this right here, we have a guy on the channel right now, Eagle Eye Shooting, and he actually makes these. I have not had a chance to review this, but because it's a smaller chat, I'm going to go ahead and talk about it.
We have used it, but not reviewed it.
We have used it, but not reviewed it. And he makes these himself. He actually 3D prints the cases, puts all the electronics in there and everything, and it is compatible with Android iPhone. This has a range of over 400 yards.
Yep.
And so it is as simple as turning it on.
Hit
and
the
as
button.
soon as you turn it on, what it's going to do is it's going to boot up, and you can place this down at the camera or at the target, and it will run for about 6.5 hours.
Yeah, plenty of time to shoot.
So on my iPhone, all I do is I look for the Wi-Fi signal.
Oh, sure. Let's use more Wi-Fi right now.
Well, it's on the Wi-Fi for this, not for them. And I'm going to go to Eagle Target Cam.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
And guys, he sells this
It's like
for
50
$49.99.
50
okay,
bucks.
and
A killer deal.
yeah, it's Eagle Precision Gun Works, and I want you to check it out. All I did was turn it on, connect it to the Wi-Fi. You could place this at the target. Let's say
don't
Elmo.
scare them off.
Let's say Elmo is our target.
Elmo.
And there's Elmo. So you can have full visual of what's going on at your target. And you can also do a screen record. So yeah, guys, this is really cool. I know he's working on a transmitter that'll make it. It's rechargeable,
Yeah.
really lightweight, and he's actually 3D printed where it'll go onto a tripod. He's got the quarter 20 on it. And he's
Yep.
also got the quick shoe on here.
It's got the little
so
stand.
Go check him out. I think it's worthwhile. I haven't had a chance to review it.
Yeah, if you don't want to walk all the way down to your target because you're shooting 22 long rifle or something where you can't really see the holes, that's a huge bonus right there. And
Yeah.
you can get video footage of it.
Yes. So thanks, Ken, for making such an ingenious product.
Yeah, smart man. Eagle Eye Shooting. Dang, that's sweet. Yeah, it is. It's actually really cool, and for the price, man, you can't beat it. It actually works for Android and for Apple, so that's kind of cool.
No, it's Eagle Eye Precision is the name of his YouTube channel. Guys, he has some unbelievable content on there. He's a real dedicated
good
long-range shooter.
Yeah, and reloader.
You're going to see, yeah, and reloader. His information on reloading is second to none. He also does a lot of shooting out beyond, 1,800 yards. I mean, he's got some in there where he's shooting out 2,000 yards, and he is out in Arizona.
Don't ask Elmo any questions because he can't hear you. He's kind of in timeout from today. He didn't do very well.
Yeah, my pleasure, Ken. You've been a great benefit to the channel, very
Yeah.
knowledgeable. And yeah, I am going to do a full review on it. We just haven't had any time where we could do it because I couldn't do it at the Clinton house because the range was hot. It's not hot, it's cold.
Have you reviewed it? The thermal on the weapon? No. We tried that. We did a little bit of video footage of it.
Yeah, we
The
actually
problem is it's darker than hell. You can't really video well.
But yeah, we were able to put the Thor 4 ATN on a 22, and you could not see your hand in front of your face, and you could see the target and being it at 100 yards.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
filled
actually
up.
cool.
We actually filled up Diet Coke bottles with hot water, and used them as heat targets out there, and it worked out really well. So it worked out pretty good. Oh, Ray's gonna actually subscribe to me right now. You just subscribed to me?
Yes, I did.
Jeez. Take your time, brother. I'll send more. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah, we got a guest, Ramsey Country.
What's up, Ramsey Country?
What's going on? Rick and Ray making me stay in timeout. Yep, Elmo. Elmo wasn't very good. If you guys haven't seen that video, you need to get over to R2. Elmo learned a lot today. Let's just say that. Ray got shot up. Thank God.
SoCal says live.
What's up?
Episode 592. What is up, John? Out in
It's probably-
California.
That's 592 for this month, probably.
Killing is killing, Elmo.
Killing is killing, boy. Exactly. I started watching it. That's funny.
He didn't get too far on it, I guess. Well, I appreciate it, TB. That was a funny video.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. What's up, SoCal? Let's see, +5. Yep, +5's in the house. Nice seeing you guys all come together, have some fun. Figured I'd turn on the old live camera and really test the Wi-Fi out at Ray's house to see how it works.
So Ramsey Country, Ken, all you guys, anybody else that might be shooting 6mm Creedmoor, has anyone had a chance to try the 115 DTAC, the David Tubbs bullets? I ordered those over a week ago. They sent me tracking information. I've not gotten it. I sent off an email with the invoice number, and I got an email today saying, "What's your first and last name?" Now, if they can't get it from the invoice
Yeah, the
number, I'm a
invoice
little
number,
concerned.
They
And
lost your
shipping.
order.
I know shipping's a little hinky
Jacked
right
up.
now, but yeah, I was a little disappointed because I was hoping I'd have those bullets by now. So
I'm waiting for 2011 parts to come in the mail too. Firing pin and some springs and some other gizmo gadgets. So hopefully they show up. What's up, Eric? It does too.
Oh, it
Actually,
does.
this thing was gonna go in the trash in
this was my second daughter's Elmo.
Elmo.
And this was at the time when no one could get them, and there was a big rush in Walmart, and people were paying stupid money for it. So yeah, it was actually going to go into the dumpster, and I couldn't make myself do it. And Rick's like,
No, I'm gonna
we're not
use
gonna
that."
throw it away. I put batteries in it, and it actually worked.
It worked well. Let's see if we can put. No, we can't put it up there. Yeah, so it was kind of fun. I'm like, shit, it works. We can use this for a prop. I really originally wanted to blast it with a shotgun, and then today,
He's going to be around.
yeah, you probably see him some more. We got a couple ideas. We got a couple evil ideas that you're gonna see. Maybe Elmo getting he might get some more education on the old firing line of some sort. So it should be good. Ladies and gentlemen, please visit Isyour6covered store and check out the shirts. Thank you, TB. I see I haven't tried the tub.
Hasn't tried it yet.
15s, yeah.
So the thing is, Ramsey Country, I've done a lot of reading and research because a lot of guys are using that bullet. Number one, it's very inexpensive, but number two, it's a rebated bullet with a 70-degree rebate on the backside. And what it's supposed to do is seal off the chamber so you don't get excessive throat erosion. So I'm definitely going to load some up, check them against the burgers, see how they do and how they print. They make two different. They make an uncoated and then a black nitride coated. And I think it's only like $29 for 100. So the price is right.
It's about $5 cheaper.
I wouldn't think David Tubbs would put his name on something that wasn't good, but we'll see.
We'll find out. The results will come as soon as they show up. Ray's been waiting for those things to show up so he can try them out. I'm still here looking at the brand new Armageddon suppressor cover. Yeah, those are nice. Those are definitely really nice.
Tub tacos.
That's what my buddies call it. What's up, Captain Shark?
He said, mount the target cam in Elmo's face and let him be the forward observer.
Oh, you should see.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Wait. I've got it right here.
You got a picture of it?
I have
Yeah.
a picture of it.
I did a video. Well, I started to just do
No,
some...
I was shooting, and he said, your spotter's ready. And so that's Elmo on top of my head while I was shooting. I was like, get them the hell out of here.
Get them elbow off my head. Yeah, it was... I had some other footage, then we ended up making today's Elmo stuff, so... I was trying to figure out a way to make some Elmo video, and it worked out. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so Jackson, Eagle Eye Shooting, he says, how do you get one of those target cams? You should be able to go on dpgunworks.com and dpgunworks.com. And he's waiting on a few parts to build the rest.
I'm sure there's not that many T's in .com. .com.
And it actually has, for you Android users, it actually has a feature where it has a blink feature. So it will show you when you're shooting at paper, it will show you where that last impact was because it'll blink. Unfortunately, that feature is not supported on the Apple. The Apple, like I said, just gives you a live screen image, and it's 400 yards line of sight with this right here. And like I said, he's working on an extender.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's very simple. Very, very simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. That's right. KISS theory. It's lightweight and it works well. So we just got to get some video footage out there. Where is the Cookie Monster?
We talked about that today.
Don't you worry about where the Cookie Monster's at, TB. You might see him later if we can find one.
He has 5x40 eyes.
5x40 eyes. The there's some things in the works maybe that we'll have some fun with. Kind of waiting for the old Target Cam is going to be a winner. Yeah, definitely for sure. Cookie is a gangster, exactly. Him and the I can't think of what his name is. The guy in the trash, Groucho.
Grouch.
Grouch, yeah, Grouch. Gives you your velocity. I miss that color.
At the target, right? Now that would be
That
cool.
would be badass.
If he had the velocity at the target, that's how you would determine your BC. Because you could put your chronograph at the rifle, put this at the target,
What up,
shoot
Bad
past
Billy?
it. If it had a sensor, there you go, Ken. Start thinking about
Bad
it.
Billy, we talked about some tannerite, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, that's right.
Oscar the Grouch. All right. See, what did I call him?
Oh,
I called him-
okay. Question for you. KB32, all-knowing primary arms. Can you tell me the exact size of the hex key
PSA.
that's 50 meters deep into that turret screw for the Platinum Series scope? Can you tell me the exact size of that hex key?
The correct size would do that. Let's see. It was designed because I wasted my funds in the AI shooting at my GoPro. Yeah. Yeah, don't be shooting the GoPro. Exactly.
4.5 millimeter for the primary arms Platinum. I don't believe that's correct.
Not, he put.
Yeah,
Going to
okay. I was
shoot-
about to say.
Oh, man, what's that say?
He says 1.3. I knew he would know.
If you're going to shoot a Sesame Street character with a 12 gauge, shouldn't it be Big Bird? We talked about that as two. The problem is we need to find the other. Now we got to go on a hunt for these damn Sesame Street characters.
And said there was two guys in the Bojangles. We weren't at the Bojangles
We weren't
parking
at
lot.
Bojangles. We
Pretending
were
to
there
be
earlier.
YouTube. Yep.
We were there earlier, guaranteed. I actually had to do a refill on this with my powdered stuff because I ran out. I got Bert and Ernie. Oh, Eric, if you need to, if you're done with them, we'll take Bert and Ernie.
Okay, so KB32, the reason for that question, and the 45 viewers on here, you guys know I do a lot of stuff with Boris over at Borka
Borka.
Tools, and we are discussing a vortex-oriented kit. It is not available. Don't call them.
Yep, not
but
there
while
yet.
we were at it, I said, you know what? That primary arms Platinum has a really unique hex key size.
Thanks,
so,
TV.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, KB, because that's one of those that we wanted to be sure of it. And then that way you would have your vortex. Because, guys, just so you know,
Those, yeah.
this is pretty important because I have seen it happen quite a bit in competitions. Guys don't know how much torque to put on their turrets
Nice,
so that
Eric.
they don't slip, okay? I'm sure Ramsey Country can. I'm sure it's happened to everyone at some point. They reset their zeros for their turrets. They go out, they're spinning them up and down, doing whatever, and then at some point they slip. They come off or they lose their resistance. Hold on, John, I'm going to have to call you back. They lose the resistance. I've seen this quite a bit on the Vortex Razor HDs. Guys will actually go and spin it up from 0 to about 5 mils, and nothing happened because the screws came loose. Now, the wrong answer is I'm just going to screw it as tight as I can because you're going to end up stripping something out. Vortex recommends 8 to 12 inch-pounds. Night Force recommends 4 inch-pounds. So those cap screws have an actual torque value. So with that Borka tool, what we're looking at, or what we've discussed, is being able to do one for Vortex and Vortex specific for certain applications. So that's something you might see in the future.
Yeah, it sounds like you need a ham license for anything over a mile with that. That could be worth it for some though, and at $100, that's still a lot cheaper than, if you want to shoot out to 1,000 yards. It's better than driving all the way down there if you're not shooting steel and you want to print something at, 500-600 yards. Why is Bert and Ernie a hate crime? I don't hate their domestic partnership. Yeah, we need to blast some people on Sesame Street, let me tell you. Let's see, yeah, that's my other hobby, drones and microcontrollers.
Okay, so KB is clearing this up. He's saying it is 4 inch-pounds on the primary arms Platinum. However, the Vortex is not. Vortex Razor HD is 8 to 12 inch-pounds, so it is different. So if you end up trying to use light torque on it, it will end up slipping, and then you won't be able to dial.
Because they hate Bert. Bert and Ernie. That's right. Damn them.
Let me see here.
No, it'd be nice because I have a 4-pound for my Vortex, but it's like I wish it would go to an 8.
Well, stay tuned. I think we can get you on that.
Yeah, sounds like there could be one coming.
Yeah, Ramsey Country says he uses his fat wrench. He sets his zero stop at 15 inch-pounds, which is more than what's recommended. Not that it wouldn't be covered or anything like that, but yeah, it's actually above recommended torque values according to Vortex.
I think selling setups to ranges and teachers. Yeah, Damas, that's actually a good thing. Maybe let your ranges know that they have those available and the instructors there can use them. It's definitely a great tool to know where you're hitting, especially if your optic's not, or you don't have a powerful spotting scope to see what's going on down there.
Or sometimes mirage is so bad you're going to have a hard time seeing the smaller impacts.
You ain't lying, that's true. I throw 100-foot pounds on the old man.
On those screws,
that'll
I
get
don't think
them
that'll
tight.
work.
Fat wrench is awesome, but the Borka is
He said just
awesomer. Awesomer. Yeah. Yeah, it is an awesome tool set. I've had it for quite a while now, and
KB's
I've
got
used it.
one as well, and he says he uses it all the time.
It's worth the money if you're tweaking with guns because you only have to buy it once. As long as you don't lose the stuff, you're good. It's kind of like a good Microtech knife, basically. As long as you don't lose it, you'll have it forever. That's the problem with some stuff. But it has basically everything you need in order to put something back together.
Borka Schmorka. Hey, what are you talking about? You own one as well.
That's right. He says Stanley. I know a few ranges use those for live scoring F-class. There you go, Ramsey. That's another good idea, too, for those guys to really get some hits.
So what else is new?
What else is new?
KB, I know you're getting ready for nationals as well. I saw you're working out. You're putting that on the your LUDT tip broke today.
What was it? You trying to use it as a screwdriver?
Is it a pry tool, or was you cleaning your fingernails with it?
Yeah, you might want to get some duct tape and some 550 cord, and you're good. Yeah, some of the things I've been working on, actually, not a lot of pistol. I need to get some pistol. I need to do some more quad loads. And we zeroed in at 200 yards, but I need to try some different ammo. I'm going to try, I tried 75 grain Hornady. Didn't print real good out of my barrel. I don't even remember what twist it has in it, but I think I'm going to switch to some 69 grain and try to use that. Actually, I know I'm going to switch to some 69 grain and see how that does.
KB32 says he's working on drawing.
Drawing?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Drawing what?
He said he tested out the Yagi antennas, but seen majority of folks don't shoot past 300 yards. And that's true. Most people don't have the facilities to be able to shoot any big distance. And KB mentioned you tonight because I know we were going to try to follow up. I know a lot of people want to take a class in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Maybe we can see once Pennsylvania opens up if we can do something like that.
Yeah, those guys are biting at the bit for sure. I know Jackson and a few of them were out there earlier and asking about it. Drawing his pistols. Oh, drawing probably. Oh, drawing. Got it.
Yeah, Idaho Rogers. Glad you enjoyed it. He got his hat that I sent him. Idaho Rogers USMC. It was my pleasure to send that out to you. Thank you.
Speaking of ham experience, they are highly directional and have a ton of gain. Yeah, that'd be freaking awesome, especially out to 1,000 yards. It'd be nice to see where you're hitting. I think the first thing I'd hit at 1,000 yards is probably that damn camera.
Yeah, I mean, guys, what I like about this that Ken's thought about is, number one, the price, okay? $50.
Yep.
Number two is 400 yards. I mean, I don't know of anything where you're going to get that kind of range on something that's well made. I mean, he's even 3D printed the plug for the charging port right there. So it's real simple and 6.5 hour runtime. I mean, that's really cool. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to review it yet, but I have played around with it a lot.
Oh, I won't be there, KB. Build an easier to align. Yeah, the thing that comes with that, it came in a bag, came with the power cord. You can plug into it to charge it. Let's see. Thanks, William. I ended up 10th, 12th, and 12th. I tied myself for 12th.
Out of 122 people,
What's
that's good
up?
shooting.
Ricky Roo. Yeah, it is. That is good. I want to know how the wife did. That was Ramsey country, right?
Hey, Eric, it is 400 line of sight. Okay, so I'm sure terrain does matter, especially like here where I'm
I would
at in the
assume.
mountains. Yeah, it would definitely change it, but I haven't had a chance to get it out yet.
You
beyond
can't
that.
shoot around corners, so you know what I mean. Should work fine. I'll look at the site tomorrow. Yeah, it's good information. You guys check it out.
And another thing is for you guys that do precision reloading, how many of you guys on here have used a Dandy Trickler?
Oh yeah.
I actually have used one for quite a while, and it ended up getting sold a long time ago. But I ordered another one, but it's made by a company called Dandy Products. I have no ties with the company. However, if you're looking for something where you can drop individual kernels quickly or slowly, you might want to look at it. They used to be a lot more cost efficient. They were $80-something. Now they're about 100 and some change. They no longer sell them on Brownells or Midway. I think that was pulled from them. But Dandy Trickler, it's kind of neat if you're trickling powder and want to do it quickly.
Tim, you got to show me how to shoot around corners. That's pretty badass. Just so you know. Is it like arrows where you like take off the one fletching so you can like? Let's see. Do you use a tripod for that doodad?
Dang, KB32 loves his Dandy Trickler.
He has a Dandy Trickler?
I don't know if he's talking about that kind of Dandy Trickler.
Probably not.
Too much information.
Too much. I'm glad it's Dandy though, for sure.
You don't have to as long as you have.
It's got a flat bottom.
Yeah, it's got a flat bottom, so you can set it up, like that.
Yeah.
But it does have a tripod mount and a quick release for it. I do not do Coke Zero, Diet Coke only, and there's a huge difference.
What's your favorite powder dispenser scale that's not your diamond scale?
Not in the budget right now.
Well, you have
I'm not the guy for that. I don't know the answer to that.
See, my wife did good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear that. What's up, Chris Smith? How you doing, buddy? You can shoot off the bulkheads and decks. Yeah,
the smart guy's in the middle. This dude right here.
Yeah, he's staying quiet. He can't hear anything you guys are saying though, because he's got his ear pro on still.
Dandy Trickler penicillin will fix that. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, one shot will fix that. That's what I hear, anyways. Exactly. If you guys are just showing up, we've been talking about having fun on the channel, and it's Diet Coke and
all right,
sweet
we'll see
tea
you,
time.
KB32.
Take
Love you
care.
a long time.
Hopefully he has that answer for you.
If your trickler is dandy, smash that like button.
That's right. Yep, poor Elmo. Doing good. Power's out here. Chris Smith. That's not good, buddy. 300 works better. Trust me. Bye, number one.
Trying to catch up on, make sure we're not missing any questions here.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys talk about the transmitters and all that. That would be a SoCal, Eagle Eye, and the other gentleman's name.
Yeah, I think Carcane was in there. Guys with the tech knowledge stuff. I was just throwing a range out there. Yeah.
Maybe in the sub 1 kilohertz range. Ray, teach us to read wind more gooder. I had some crazy crosswinds. Yeah, I don't know. There was somebody else that commented on that. They were shooting a 308, and it was once at 700 yards, they were having some issues with it. It might have been you on the other chat. That's really tough to teach. It really is. You can use wind formulas. You've got the Todd Hodnett wind formula. That's pretty quick. You've got the multipliers. We're using 12, 13, 14 to certain distances.
But you can reverse the
But wind is not always a constant. You're going to have to look at the indicators. That's the biggest thing. And a lot of it's going to be the caliber and getting used to it, or getting those second shot corrections. Maybe Ken, Ramsey Country might have some insight onto that. Yeah. But there's no, magic with wind. I think it just takes a lot of experience.
Yeah, but if you're seeing every one of your misses and you're figuring out that it's like 0.6 of a mil.
Ramsey Country hit on the head. It's more of an art than a science. It is a science if everything were constant, but it's not, and that's the problem.
But then look at the surroundings, right?
Yeah, it's an educated guess. It is a hypothesis. And, you really have to look at everything from here down to your target, not just looking at the target
Yeah,
or
but-
what you feel here on your face.
But even stray lock, if I shoot and I'm 6/10 off, right, and I have 0 wind put into it, and I need to know what 6/10 is, I keep adding wind to find out what it was, and it'll say 6/10 to the left or the right, right? And then you'll go, and then you can say, okay, that's what 12 miles an hour looks like, or 20 miles an hour, depending on what you're shooting. But that's one way of figuring it out. If you do it right then, or at least remember the holds you can remember, write them down, and then when you get back, you can always look at straight lock too.
I'm trying to get it caught up with comments, so sorry. You keep
The
talking.
comments are out of control.
They're out of control.
But that is one way. So if your second shot you hold over 6/10 and you hit center mass, then you know that you were right. You can go back, find out what it was. Use the ground, the brush. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was shooting at 60 yards. They had no effect on
That's true. I don't think you're going to have any issues at 60
60
yards.
Yeah,
No.
Jackson. That thing's a laser beam at 60 yards.
What's up, LZ USA?
LZ.
I almost said hi.
I almost said, what's that? He said, what the hell is what he said? What the hell? At the target.
Okay, so Ramsey country, great point. Great point. So what he said was at the target, 1 mile per hour is 1.4 feet per second. Forget about that part. Watch
What the
the
hell?
dust of the people shooting before you and see how far it moves per second. So if you have no idea and you are at a match or something like that, if there is dust being kicked up, pay particular attention to that, because if you see that it's moving left to right, you already know that bullet is going to be moving left to right. Okay, so watch those impacts. It can tell you a lot, especially, it doesn't matter if it's a steel type match or if they're shooting, you know, let's say like a sniper type ruck match. If it's not a blind stage and you can see those impacts, you can kind of tell. Another thing you can do, and it's not cheating, it's everybody kind of learning because you don't get to choose who goes first.
Yeah.
You will hear the wind calls from the other competitors sometimes. Sometimes, like in the team match, it was like, hold 4.5. And you might not know what caliber he's shooting, but hey, it's free information. Why not use that information to your advantage, okay? That's one thing. It's don't be over here just talking to your buddy. Pay attention to what's going on in front, and that can help you in the long run.
So
He
don't
said,
be screwing
what
off.
the hell is that? I don't know what that means.
It's probably that. Just use the people before you. Yeah. What do you think of the CZ Scorpion?
Oh, I
It's
love
luck.
the CZ
That
Scorpions. One of
yeah.
my favorites.
Especially
One
the,
of my favorites.
what's
Okay,
that model
so
you have? That's
okay,
badass?
so yeah,
integrated.
so
suppressor.
Innovative Arms is out of South Carolina, and they make an integral suppressor that's an over the barrel, very similar to an H&K MP5 SD. So you can put supersonic ammunition in it, and it will still turn it subsonic. You can put 115s in it. You can put 124s because it is a ported barrel system. I did all the conversions myself on the CZ Scorpions that were
That
SBRs,
thing's amazing.
but then I put one on the CZ Scorpion machine gun, and that's the one I did the Grand Thumb parody with. It's just an awesome setup, and honestly, I have zero issues with those guns. I'm a huge fan of the CZ Scorpion. I think they did a great, great job. How SoCal was making fun of my sideburns. I'm growing it out,
Yeah,
guys.
look
I
at
mean,
this mop.
it's freaking
The
mop
Beatles,
head.
the
Yep.
Beatles are back.
Somebody said the Beatles never had gray hair, and they had a point.
Yeah, but it's.
I'm trying to get the
years
big
later.
Korean lamb chops going on here.
He can't grow sideburns, so he's got to grow them from the top of his head. Eagle Eye shooting nice video. Yeah, that was. I even told Ray about that. Eagle Eye did a great video on that freaking vortex. And if you guys aren't familiar on the old version of sighting in your scope or making it flat, he had the little level on his rifle. He ran the flashlight backwards, which projected on the screen where he had a laser, basically a plumb bob style laser. And it's a good way to square up your reticle. Elmo, Kathleen, what's going on?
So, Brendan, yes, the Bighorn action. I don't know about the origin, but I know Proof is a huge fan of Bighorn actions. I like the Bighorn. I'm gonna have another Bighorn made up.
60-degree throws.
The one that I reviewed, the Proof, which they call they used to call it the tactical or whatever. It's not called that anymore. I can't remember.
The one
It's-
Proof makes?
Yeah, but they use a bighorn action, and I'll tell you what, it's probably one of the most accurate, one of the most, if you take measurements off of it, it is probably one of the best actions out there. I will build my next custom with a bighorn, but I don't know about the one you asked about.
My wife dragged it out.
Let me see here.
Following me. She thinks finding a... Oh, shit.
No, Casey, I'm not going to go see Jerry. It's going to be a while.
For land with shooting room.
Captain Shark. Ideas where to start looking for land with shooting room. Good luck with that, Captain Shark. Just keep that information quiet on, Asheville area.
Yeah, don't.
And Captain Shark, make sure you respond because I did send out that card that I promised to send you out or send out to you. So hopefully you've got it by now because I sent it out like a week and a half ago or so.
90-degree throws. Ray on the... do you run a 3-lug 60-degree? He does. Yeah, the AI is that way.
The AI is a 60.
Yeah.
And it's just, for me, it's super fast. I know a lot of guys run the 90 degrees. Great, but I'm just not a big fan of the 90s anymore.
Messes with my health.
Once you go to a short
You're not
throw,
a fan
man,
of the 90s?
No.
The 90s are awesome,
No,
man.
geez.
What a great years. Those
All right,
were
good.
the
I'm glad I got it out
days.
to you. Sorry it was delayed.
Let's see. Accuracy, international question. How you liking the barrel for proof?
Okay, so SoCal, great question. I will tell you that the proof steel barrel, remember I ordered the carbon fiber at first.
Which was badass looking.
Yeah, you're going to have a hard time sourcing one because they only do it like once a year. And I originally ordered the carbon, but there's two different sizes, trunnion sizes. You have an M30 and an M27. So on mine, they sent a 30, and the 30 was the wrong size. Rick and I were like, oh, dude,
we
it
could have
looks
got
so
that to
awesome.
work.
And
that thing was that fat.
I was actually going to turn down the M30 down to an M27, and Proof
Yeah.
was like, look, if you do that, we're not going to warranty it. And I already had it set up, ready to go to the shop to do the next day, and it shoots wonderfully. Doesn't hold any carbon or copper to speak about. Yeah, you're going to like it.
Casey, you didn't like the 90s because you weren't old enough for the 90s.
Let's see here. Awesome here. I just put a 300 PRC together with a Schilling 1-8. Got one of the F3R scope mounts you talked about, waiting to get glass on it. Awesome, Brendan. I know those F3Rs are nice.
Those are built like a brick.
Doesn't Ken do something with F3R machine? I know Todd does, but
Ken knows him personally.
yeah,
He was selling at the time. I don't know if he still is, but he was selling sets.
Plus 5 says
A
he's building
scope
a
and the
Badger.
thing. Basically, he's free. The real fun years was the 70s and 80s. Those were fun, actually. He said the 90s though, so I had to get in there. I love the 90s.
What the hell,
What
intonation?
the hell? Dyko times. Truth Freeze, what's going on, Truth Freeze? Nice to see you out and about the YouTube lands. Red dots on pistols, thoughts. I'm not a fan. Everybody loves them. I'm just not a fan. I rather just have irons. I know they work, and people like them because I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like the fact you have to run basically suppressor sights. I'm not a big fan of suppressor sights either. So.
Okay, so DW, this is a great question by DW. He said, Wilson Combat match upper and lower. Any difference between billet and forged? Which one to go with? Okay, so your forged is going to be stronger. It is just stronger, period. However, you got to remember your upper is a non-stress part. I mean, none of that's really a stress part, but forging does give you some options as far as, oh, it looks this cool, or I can do this, this can be machined, and so you've got your really cool billet uppers and lowers, and they look really cool, but I think the forged is the strongest. I mean, for really, really heavy use, I don't think you're going to beat a forged, but I think the billet will do just well. It's probably going to be heavier, but if you're looking for the
cleaner lines.
Yeah, if you're going to be the strongest, you're going to go forged. Oh, okay, so SoCal, yeah, 27 on the AX, 30 on the AX MC. That is correct.
Video array, thinking of building one.
You got to remember, we're dealing with a delay here, SoCal, so you can't get it instantly.
Gun works. There was a good question they asked about this. I think it was,
I know you're very patient though, so.
hey Rick, do you pass on the Stevie Ray Vaughan video of Bryson shoots shit? I just lost it. Hey Rick, did you pass on the Stevie Ray?
Did he send you a Stevie Ray Vaughan video to Bryson?
I don't know. He sent me quite a few, and I haven't looked at the latest ones, so I don't know.
Okay, so let me go back to Kathleen's question about a red dot on a pistol. So you guys remember I did a video the other day when John was over here before he did the long range match that had pistol integrated. He had bought the SIG X5 and it has a place for a dot and he wanted to put a dot on there. And my recommendation to him was that the dot will definitely give you better hits on longer range steel, no doubt about it. However, you need to have a set of iron sights as a backup. If I have a red dot, it's going to have a set of backup irons. Now, you lose that ability with the SIG when you take that plate off because you lose the rear sight. And he said, why? And so I pulled out one of my pistols and I said, now start shooting. And he starts shooting. I said, stop. And I took a cup of water and I poured it on. And I said, we don't get to choose when we're going to be involved with something, whether it's raining, whether you're shooting in a competition or whatever. I said, all right, shoot the targets. He goes, I don't see it. So I said, take the pistol, shake it, get the water out, shoot it. He goes, there's like 5 dots in here. We did this on a Trijicon RMR, which a lot of people go to because of their strength and durability. You know, that's the big thing about it is the housing is just so durable. And he was like, I never thought about that. And I said, you need to think about dust, debris, anything getting into that emitter, you're going to lose visibility. And now if you don't have backup irons, what are you going to do? He shot it with irons. He did great, no problem. But that is something to think about. I'm not trying to say don't do it. I'm just saying.
And like here, it rains.
Have a backup.
It rains a little bit almost every day.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I'm going to keep
and it's
comments.
basically if you're going to conceal carry one with a, you got to clean the screen a lot, basically the lens, because your body dust, better known as dead skin, is falling into that lens. So there is
SoCal said, no, me, patience?
What?
I can't say SoCal and patience in the same sentence.
He is patient because he's still waiting on his house stuff. Kathleen. So there's your answer, Kathleen. I'm not a fan of them, but I know a lot of people are switching over. I think it's a lot of hype, but some people are shooting faster with them once you spend the time and energy to.
You are going to see more and more people doing it, more and more agencies doing it. There was an agency pretty local, about an hour away, that contacted me about it, and I started bringing up all of these things because I will tell you that, you know, I've trained a lot of law enforcement, and a lot of those guys are the world's worst about maintenance on guns, okay? You know, a lot of times they'll come in to do shooting in the range, and I'm looking, I'm like, damn, when's the last time they cleaned that thing? So now you've got someone that might be carrying something on duty. He's got ketchup and mustard or something like that all over his sight glass.
No, donuts.
Yeah, because
donut sugar.
And I'm not knocking on cops, okay? What I'm just saying is they're not usually the best for weapons maintenance.
Nope.
So if you have someone relying on this dot, I think that the weapons checks needs to be done a lot more frequently on making sure that the glass is clear, the emitter's free from dirt and debris,
donut
dust. Donut dust.
That's right, donut dust.
There's just a little more to it. Not just, you don't want to just outfit everybody with it because their qualification scores are going to go higher. There's a lot more to it than that.
Oh, I heard about that. Minneapolis cops did wrong today. That's the one where they found video footage of one of the cops with his was it his foot or his knee on
I don't want to get into cop bashing or anything
throat.
else. I don't want to even be known for that.
No,
so we'll just
still
leave that
love
out.
cops, but the man, that's a bummer for those officers because you shouldn't be doing shit like that. 4 minutes of kneeling. Just fired knee.
So, you know, Kathleen, you're talking about our closed dots, the future, you know, because you're seeing that. I think Vortex has one, Aimpoint has one. It gives it a little bigger platform, a little bigger footprint.
That holds more shit.
But I do think that might be the way to go if, I know it's larger, but technology is going to change that. It's going to get smaller. I think these companies are already realizing that those are some of the limitations to red dot. So that's a great point there.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. Technology advances every freaking year. Yeah, fired instead of charged. I don't know. I just saw that blip up on my phone today, and I said, "Dang, sign for us all." The So what are you guys basically running? You got 56 people out there, so most of you guys iron. Has anybody switched over to dot and just loves the dot? I know a lot of people have. I mean, so we shall see. Still on the fence about putting a dot on one of my pistols. Yeah, and the problem is a lot of people that have pistols, and until you get the newer version where it's got the cuts for those, it's like you either got to get it milled by somebody or whatever. Dots are tools, irons, irons.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Minnesota is cold. I did a thing there for BMW. I was down there for 3 weeks or so. It was down at Mall of America, I believe it was. First time I'd ever been there. I think it's the largest mall in the world.
Where?
And
Minnesota?
yeah, in Minnesota.
I'm sure it's all indoors.
And
Minnesota.
And anyway, we were doing all the stuff with Volvos and
Battle ready.
the BMW X5s and all that. But yeah, that's cold. I don't need weapons. I don't need cold that
Ain't
much
nobody
anymore.
got time for cold. Irons and concealed carry, dots for a couple range of toy pistols. Yeah, I've seen a big transition of people carrying concealed with a lot of red dots now. So it's kind of the new fad. I don't know if I'd call it a fad. I'd call it a fad actually, because I like being an ass.
+5 says irons for my pistola, battle ready. Nice. I do know there are some groups that are running
It's like 2 minutes
dots,
behind.
and they are running Leupold, the Delta points. They're running them on Glock 17Ms. That is a proven platform, but they do have a machined adjustable iron sight that is their backup. So as long as you've got that, I think it's great.
Well, and the biggest thing is if you're going to use that to basically make yourself a better shooter, you're not doing it right. It's like when you buy a Glock and you put a nice fancy trigger in it and you feel like it's making you a better shooter. It's really not. It's handicapping you. You know what I mean? When the fundamentals, it's like you buy all these things to try to make you shoot better, but at the end of the day, it's just more rounds down range is what's going to do it. Well, guys, I'm headed to bed. 5 a.m. rolls around pretty early. Have a good night, Ramsey Country.
SoCal,
Appreciate
you're welcome to stop by anytime you want to check out the porch. Just check with me first, make sure I'm here, because I know towards the end of the year I'm going to be doing a lot of matches. So
Hey,
we just need to check.
Yeah, exactly. Elmo, you can become a great spotter like Ray. It's easy. You will get Rick shooting the... Yeah. Yep. I need Elmo as my spotter for
We'll
the
see you,
1
Ramsey
mile.
Country. Appreciate it.
Learn meat preservation, folks. Yeah, we shall see with that. I was confused and got hungry for a second.
Now, dots on a rifle, that's a different story. I am a huge dot guy.
Yeah, because you can see like 5 miles with a red dot.
I know Razor JB says that, they've done some testing. He's former SF, and he told me that they did a lot of testing comparing the two, and it's negligible. Comparing
For
that
speed?
to an LPVO.
Yeah.
For me,
power.
I'm faster with a dot. I've tested it. I've looked at it. I do like having the option of having magnification and reaching out further. But, just like on the video I reviewed for you guys, I can shoot a dot a pretty long ways. It works really well for me.
Yeah, it gets groups like
but
that.
the other thing you need to think about, guys, is just because I can see well at distance, a dot is not going to give me the magnification to confirm what it is I'm shooting at. Whereas a
That's right,
magnified
Elmo.
optic,
Elmo,
you can have...
You learned this today, Elmo.
You can have a good PID
Know what your
on a
target
target
is.
and know exactly what it is, and Elmo could take a lesson from that.
Yeah. How's your chest doing? 45 auto couldn't eat 500 tacos in a year. Shit, I could eat 500 tacos in a year.
Hey, he can eat 10
Easy.
tacos, Dorito tacos from Taco Bell in like 10 minutes. He was like, I want the 12-pack. No, we don't do the 12-pack. Well, I don't care. That was Elmo. Did you hear that?
What the hell?
We don't do the 12-pack.
Because of the what does that say? Astigmatism is a much better
and
solution.
if you've got bad astigmatism, a dot is probably not the best option for you. So a low power variable optic might be the way to go.
And we talked about this on another chat. If you're not sure if you have astigmatism, take a picture of that red dot and you will see how perfectly clear it is or isn't. And
Hey.
then you're like, Damn.
Chris,
It
that's
is
a
my
good
eyes.
point, but there are a lot of agencies that are that are wanting to go to red dots right now. They're actually creating curriculums now for states for qualifications and everything else with the dots. So yeah, it is coming, and you're seeing smaller agencies. So if you get something that's like Chicago, or it's going to be a while because of the cost. I know a small agency just getting badges can cost outfitting every officer with a dot does get very cost prohibitive. However, I think they're looking at qualification scores and bringing all of that up, which I do see some issues if it's just about qualification scores. We'll see. Let's see. Good Elmo.
I had to go check.
Uh-oh, could CSH retracted his messages? I don't know what that is.
Oh, what'd you
I've used
say?
aim points and ACOGs in battle. I prefer a 4-power ACOG for engaging combatants off of our M4s, and aim points for inside of buildings. Precisely. Up close, the dot is just really, really fast. The ACOG, you can train your eye, if it's 3-power or 4-power to work inside of buildings, but man, just a dot is so much faster. Anything that has any type of distance, I agree 100%. That 4-power or even a low-power variable optic is going to help tremendously.
400 yards covered. The red dot. You have a 2 MOA. I think I do too.
Okay, how much
The whole
of the
damn
steel
steel.
target did that 2 MOA dot cover at 400 yards that you shot from the farm
The
last
whole
week?
thing.
So you got to remember that, no, 400 yards. So
We
okay,
shot
so
the 520.
So let's think about it for just a second. 2 MOA is 2 inches at 100. So at 400 yards, it's going to be an 8-inch dot. Okay, so that's what that will cover. It'll be the same size as an 8-inch round steel. Think about a head, 8 inches, 8-inch round steel at 400 yards.
Yeah, which is a phenomenal shot.
Correct. Swords? I've got sword. We can do swords.
That sword's badass.
Yeah.
It's got bats.
It's got bats.
It's got Coronia. We're not safe. We're wearing
SoCal
masks.
knows what I'm talking about.
That's right. Yeah, you're wearing
Big
your face
shout out to
mask.
So. We're not safe. We are wearing masks. Aim point at 400 is super doable. I've done that too. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. No doubt about it.
What class y'all shooting at multi-gun nationals?
So Chris,
Or actually shooting
Pop's
at
Quest is going to be shooting open division. You got
Dakota Boys
KB32 that's going to be
tactical.
shooting tactical. I'll be shooting limited,
I'll be shooting.
and Rick is shooting limited. So that means I've got to do a dot. They still offer that, and I know some of you have heard this
See
before.
how cold it is, guys?
Yeah, we actually have frost coming out, or not frost, but
Frost.
I don't think it'd be frost, but it's condensation coming out of our mouth. But anyway, dot's kind of my thing. So
Dots do it. Well, the reason for it too that I switched over, I usually shoot tactical, is because
they're all base stages.
they're all base stages. So there's 2 stages that are out to, I think, 400
600.
yards.
They extended 1 to 6.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I got some information on that the other day.
So there'll be 2 stages that'll be tricky. And if they're just too far and I can't hit them, I'm just going to move on. You got to game it. So you basically try twice. If that doesn't work, get the hell out of here.
Eric said,
What the hell?
Eric said, frost? What the hell?
What the hell?
Everybody's like, man, y'all got sweatshirts and jackets on. It's cold.
Give new meaning to the phrase missed by a hair. Yep. What the hell? 60 degrees here today. Or 90 degrees. Where are you at, Chris? Yeah, it wasn't that hot here. It was actually a nice day. It's probably in the 70s.
Yeah, like I said, we just use Asheville as a generalization. I am further from Asheville than
Yeah,
I
ain't
wanna
nobody
admit.
want to go to Asheville.
It's actually a ways.
Well, we say Asheville too because that's the only
Everybody
big
knows
name.
Asheville. Yeah, exactly.
That's like saying Raleigh or something.
You jumping in the pool. If there was a pool at my house right now, it'd probably be a 50-degree pool.
It'd be an ice skating
Yeah, it
rink.
would be. Yeah.
I wouldn't get in that damn thing. 105 in Bakersfield.
Man, you can keep
Shit,
it.
it's always Bakersfield, if you guys aren't familiar, has this big ass thermometer, world's biggest thermometer.
I
Did
didn't
you ever
know that.
pass by that?
No.
And it'll tell you how hot it is. Oh, it's nice, cool here today. Only something. Bakersfield kills everyone. Yeah, Bakersfield is hot as hell. And everybody stops there because it's like the midpoint. You either got to get fuel there or you're going to wish you had fuel the entire time to wherever you're going. Skeletons line the streets. Up. Eric got a deleted message. Y'all
I'm allowed to do that, right? Yeah, I can do that, right?
Oh, you can do whatever the hell you
Okay, I
want.
did it.
What
It's all
was it?
good. No big deal, Eric.
I didn't see it. On your dot, do you use 36 yard zero? No, we use.
Further west. TB.
No, we did a 200 yard zero for basically the red dots.
Yeah, so the whole video premise was for competition shooting and competitions in general using a dot, you want to use that 200 yard zero. Look, the 36 yard zero is great, and I know KB's a big proponent of that, as well as some other people and military groups. The thing is, we're not shooting men, you're shooting a small steel. So if you have a 36 yard zero and I place a 6-inch steel plate rack at 120 yards,
Oh, have fun.
you can't hold that steel and hit it. It's going to go over the top of it because you're maximum ordnate. So the 200/50 will work out better because you don't ever have to come off the steel. At 300 yards, at about an 8-inch steel, you just hold the top of the steel, you'll hit it at 300.
Oh, it's Barstow. I screwed that up.
Barstow,
Shit.
California.
Barstow, Bakersfield. All right, I moved 5 years ago. I'm having a little difficulty remembering.
And then at 400 yards, just think about a foot off the plate, and you'll be
Thanks
good to go.
SoCal reminded me. In the Nationals match, you guys are entering.
No, it's
No.
individual. This is just the USPSA multi-gun nationals.
Yeah, I'm going against him. He's going against me, and
Yeah, there's
everybody's
no teams and no friendly competition here.
No. I had the same brain fart.
The truth freeze, I appreciate that.
What do you say?
I did this in 2 days.
See all that sighting? We did all that.
Yeah, we did all this. Yeah, me and my dad and Rick.
Yeah. Gun ranges, churches closed down. Damn. Someday it'll open up. I hope we get back to normal, folks. Because I'm not gonna do this whole mask thing. I ain't doing it. Not doing it. I missed that. What you citing your at 200 yards?
200.
200 yard zero. It's let's see, have you played with the 6 dasher?
Okay, so Brian, great question. I have a lot of
Brian?
friends that shoot those cartridges, but no, I have not. And one of the reasons is I wanted something that was simple. I did not want to get into any type of fire forming or anything like that. I wanted to be able to just go to the store. I mean, even at Sportsman's Warehouse, which is about an hour away from here, I can go over there. They've got 6mm on the shelves in the ELD. So I wanted something that was a little more common. 6mm Creedmoor has gotten there. 6BR, 6 Dasher, 6 GT, all those. No, it's not going to happen. So yeah, maybe one day, but not yet.
AC compressor just took a dump. Idaho Rogers, not good. It's always when you need it, right? Damn it, Albuquerque.
It says Alpha makes 6 Dasher brass now. Awesome. Okay. Like I said, it's all going to start becoming more mainstream. But remember, a year and a half ago, 6mm Creedmoor, there was no factory Hornady. So, like I said, all of this stuff is going to start getting more and more popular. I think 80% of all PRS shooters now shoot 6mm Creedmoor or some type of 6mm variation.
Huge majority. He loves the 6mm. I love my 6.5, but that's all I got.
Chris Smith, not initially. I did not like the 6mm initially until I hand loaded for it, and now it is a lights out winner. Guys, at a mile, I was impressed with how much difference there was between that stupid 6mm Creedmoor versus the 6.5 Creedmoor. It was almost on a 24x48 steel. It was almost too easy to hit the mile target. Brendan, 600 yards. I think that's where you're really going to see a huge difference. You know, if you're shooting 168s inside of 600 yards with a 308, fine. Now, have I made hits at 1,000 with a 168? Yes. But if you're going to shoot beyond 600 yards with a 308, I'm going to tell you that you probably want to go with a 175 or heavier bullet. But then that's when the 6.5 Creedmoor just starts pulling away from it.
He's running a JP silent capture spring. Me, on the other hand, I'm running stock. Just a regular.
Yeah, every rifle I have gun toting has a JP silent capture spring. And Eagle Eye says, are majority of competitor reloaders where you're at? For 3-gun, almost everyone reloads pistol and rifle. And then, now I don't, okay? I'll go ahead and tell you, you guys know Defender really supports me really well. And so they assist me with everything except shotgun. And it's good enough to win, so it's good enough.
Yep. Good ammo.
That's why my reloaders have a lot of dust on them.
I have to reload pistol because, you know, I got to make bullets.
Too many hand gestures. Am I doing this too much?
Probably. Hey,
All
Rick,
right.
can you buy a 6mm barrel? I can. When that one burns out, I may or may not. There may be some other thing out there. I'm having a lot of fun with that 6.5, and at this point, it doesn't matter what it is. It's all about holding over, or dialing it in to get the distance we need. So, he is getting a better sight picture after the basically in the scope as it recoils. But what I got is what I got.
Yeah.
So,
And like I said, guys, when I switched, it was 2015 is when I switched to the 6mm Creedmoor. And it was really hard for me to do that from the 308 because the 308 was just so ingrained in my brain. I mean, the holds, all of this, the wind. And then once I switched over to 6.5 Creedmoor, then I had to kind of relearn it again. And then I was kind of keeping an open mind about the 6mm. If you watch my videos, it was kind of maybe, maybe not. And then once I pushed that 30-50 range, yeah, I know I'm going to sacrifice some barrel life, but I think it was worth it for me.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and order another barrel for it now. I'll have it, in a month, or if somebody's got it in stock, I'll get it, and I'll just put it up. It's a 1-minute barrel change for me.
That's the sickest thing.
It is literally 1 minute. And yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 6mm for a while.
Yeah, it seems like a good round. Now, your next barrel, would you go to a 26-inch for like a PRS kind of rifle?
Probably not, because I always run suppressed, which is kind of counterintuitive, because if you want the maximum recoil reduction, I think you just need to run a muzzle brake, not just running a suppressor. But the reason that I always run suppressors, you got to remember, I'm not a PRS guy. I am a team sniper match guy. And so communication and all that is just a whole lot easier, especially when you're shooting simultaneously, like when you're doing alternate shots and things like that. Like I said, I just kind of tell you guys and share with you guys what works for me.
Yeah. I want to kind of fall down the PRS thing, have some fun with that. Just try it out. You could use it for nothing but training, Twist rate versus weight of bullets. More weight equals faster twist. For the same caliber, I didn't read the last part of it.
I'm trying to get caught up on comments. TB, what lowest price range would you start on buying a Night Force scope? The SHV line, that's more of their hunting line, more of their economical line. But I've taken their SHVs and done all the type of shooting that I'm doing with now. I've won a couple of the SHVs in matches, and I have nothing bad to say about them.
What is it? Efficiency trumps speed?
Eagle Eye said he'll make me a barrel. Eagle Eye, I'm going to touch base with you because I am actually considering talking to you or having some discussion about building me or seeing if you would be interested in building a barreled action for me, maybe like a Bighorn or something like that, and we'll go from there. But that's for later discussion.
Yeah. Had a good question. Okay, so what functional improvements do you notice running?
Oh yeah, this was the gun toning.
Oh.
Okay, so you get rid of all of the noise. You hear none of the springingness or anything like that, the spring noise that you're going to have in there. But then you can take the silent capture, and then you can adjust the spring rates in it. Now, you're going to end up chasing it a lot, because if you're one of those guys that runs an adjustable gas block in your AR, and then you put a silent capture spring, well, if you change the spring here, well, then that's going to change how much gas you've got. Or if you change the gas, that might change this. So you need to kind of find a good balance on something that when it does get gummed up or dirty, or the temperature changes and gets real cold, that you're not retarding one more than the other, because it's very easy to do, and all of a sudden you have a gun that doesn't function.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if you shoot 69 grain stuff out for distance, and then you're running 55 grain freaking little babe blasters, you got to make sure it functions.
That is correct. That is correct. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys this. I typically overgas my ARs, okay? this would be a great topic
Kind
for
of like
discussion.
the shooter.
Yeah, overgassed. I am
Overgassed.
overgassed.
Chickenburger.
I have
What's up?
most of the
Beer
matches
deficient?
I have won. It's all because I don't have malfunctions. Okay, my equipment works. If I have a malfunction, it might be for a half a second on a stage, and that's pretty much it. What you're not going to do is win a match if your gun, rifle, pistol, whatever is jamming every stage you go to. It's all about, you don't have to finish first on every stage, but if you can finish consistently towards the top, that's what's going to win the match for you. So I do overgas most of my ARs because in the course of a match, whether it's a nationals or regional level match, your gun is going to get dirty. Now I clean them every single evening, like on a 2 or a 3 multi-day event. I clean them every evening because I don't want to be that guy that spent all this money and my gun went down because I was too lazy to wipe it down or clean out the carbon.
Yeah.
So I typically overgas my AR so I don't have that problem. I don't need the absolute softest shooting AR ever made. I need something that works 100%.
Well,
Okay.
it's a 223. It's not like it's just some freaking 300 Win Mag or some shit. Anyway.
Yeah, correct. So, and you got to be careful if you're tuning your gas block down and all of a sudden you go from 69s
Daily, yes.
to the 55s or the 77s and you have different pressures, you need to make sure it will run all the time.
Yeah. And that's why it's got to be overgassed. Big thermometer in Death Valley on the I-15. Yeah, Barstow. Barstow's got one. Not Bakersfield.
I'll let you do all the talking. I'm going to catch up on this.
Well, I got to figure out what the hell these are saying before I can talk. I always run a standard gas block, non-adjustable. He actually is a big fan of the non-adjustable. Let's see what else we got here. I see that bug trying to attack your ass. When shots matter. That's right, Truth Freeze. Let's see, and an H2 buffer, not comp rifle, 100% function, steel brass. Steel brass, 55 through 77. Yeah, Brian. Very nice. I know there's quite a few people that shoot steel.
Yeah, see, okay, so without getting into it too much, you guys know what +5 does or what he did. Overgas is better than undergas. Guys that do this for a living or guys that have been, shot at regularly, I don't need something that is going to not work. It has to work. Overgassed is always going to be better than undergassed. And I'll tell you something else as well. I see so many people
Beano.
rely on undergassing their ARs so they can shoot quick double taps and everything else. Well, carbon builds up on everything. And almost every single gas block that I'm aware of, if you guys know of something, let me know.
The little screw.
But it's a screw, okay? And it's basically cutting off the amount of gas that's going back into the action. So if you put that screw and you set it and it's perfect, as you build carbon, you're going to continue to cut gas off into that AR. Now, if you're one of these guys, you go out to the range and shoot 100 rounds, no big deal, and then you put it up for 6 months and then shoot another 100 rounds, you're not going to see it. But if you're one of these guys that's putting a couple thousand rounds through his platform and he's doing it on a monthly basis, you're going to have issues with that. So yeah, I overgassed for me all the way.
How about more oil or wet or dry on an AR?
Okay, so I don't have it where I dipped it in motor oil and pulled it out, but ARs like to be wet, okay? Don't go any further with that. They just like to be run wet. You're typically not going to have the issues that you will have from a dry AR that you would from a wet AR. So yeah, a little wetter is better.
A little wetter is
better. A little
better.
wet is better. And there's something that I don't like. Maybe you guys do. I don't use frog lube. I hate it. I will never use it again.
That stuff's nasty. Especially if you don't use it a lot, it turns into a freaking nasty paste on there. That was
conservative sniper hunter. No, like we talked about this before. I'll work with Rick on some drills. If he asks me to, I'll come up with some drill ideas. But as far as doing malfunction drills, he's never taken one of my classes. He's a friend. I'm not going to be this guy that's going to show him every single trick in the book. If he asks me, he goes, how do I clear this? But we went over it in the past.
Before, yeah.
Now, that's on him to commit that to memory, okay? He's got to know and be able to instinctively clear those. And I'm not going to be that guy that, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's not what we do. We just hang out, we shoot.
And make videos.
There you go. Make Elmo videos.
Elmo videos. What do you think? Ballistol as a lube.
Ballistol, yeah. I've used it before.
I'm
Let's see, I'm trying to catch
Lucas
up.
oil guy. Actually, he is.
Yeah, I'm
as well.
Lucas. Yeah, okay, so gun tote and hate frog lube literally freezes. Yes.
Yeah, it sucks
Cold
ass.
weather and it gums up quite a bit. If you
very-
use frog lube in Springfield armories in particular, a lot of guys will use that stuff really heavy in their Springfield, like their XDs.
What's up, John? Live for a while.
Guys, it will get into your striker. Your gun will not fire. I don't use frog lube. Sorry. I have
Made
no
in
attachment to the
China,
company.
Truth Free says. I don't know where it's made out of.
+5. Always wet. Your trigger pin should look moist. Isn't that your favorite word? Moist. Some people hate that word.
What the hell?
Oh, there's people that have it.
Lucas oil, yes. Yes, and actually the high temp Lucas oil, it's a green color. The red stuff, I don't really like that stuff. It's a little bit thinner but I like the green high temp.
Ballistol's a good lube, but I don't run it in competition. LZ USA, I do not run a suppressor in any type of 3-gun competition. It is typically going to be bolt gun or on my gas gun, but my gas gun, which I call Black Beauty for the long range shooting, that has a suppressor bolt carrier group in it. So I can shut the gas down on that back end so that it's not overgassed and killing the gun, okay? Great point though, great question.
On which one, Trunk Monkey?
No, Black Beauty.
Black Beauty.
Yeah, it has
Oh,
a
it will?
it has a Gemtech. I have a suppressor adjustable bolt.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's one nice rifle.
Somebody said made in China. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Patty doesn't like the word moist.
Moist,
Moist.
creamy, and moist. See, people have words that they don't like. Moist is one of them.
How about wetness?
Okay, so Brian Marks.
Brian Marks.
Brian Marks.
What the hell?
I am not talking out of my ass on this. I'm talking from experience. The Wilson adjustable gas block is not a screw. Wilson Combat, if that's what you're talking about. I have seen 2 of those personally undergas a gun after being adjusted properly. I actually quit using the Wilson adjustable gas blocks for this reason. I had one turn my competition rifle at regionals, this was like 3 years ago, into a bolt gun. And there is video of me going, working the charging handle between every shot because that happened. So I like Wilson Combat. I don't like their gas blocks.
There you go. You heard it from Ray. Lube is good in a great many places. Vanessa Kitty, you naughty girl.
I'm reading.
I had a gas block once.
Yeah, Chris Smith, I use Lucas in all of my guns.
Easy kidding. This
Weapon Shield is good oil, you know.
about
I try
freedom,
not to get into the oil arguments.
It's
as
all
long as you've got
freaking oil.
lubrication, guys. I've taken dipsticks off of vehicles and lubricated a bolt carrier group that way if I had to. You do what you got to do.
You always got oil. If you got a car.
Oil is
Bacon,
oil
grease,
is oil.
whatever. Too much grease can gum up with
What's the other one? Crisco.
Crisco.
You use whatever you got.
That's right. Well, you got to use that in warm weather, though.
You were on a roll, Vanessa. Under
Yeah.
gas will short stroke, not my
Liberal
cup of
tears.
tea. That's exactly right. +5. We think alike.
Florida Bearded Fisherman says lube it with.
Hey, Brian, I
Liberal
haven't
tears.
tried this new one that just came out. If there's one that just came out that's different, thanks for telling me. But like I said, I'm basing this off of the older Wilson Combats. I actually have a couple downstairs along with their barrels that I no longer use.
For hot, humid days when hunting. You let it roll. WD-40. No. That's fish oil. Yes, it is fish oil. I would not use
SLR
that.
Rifle Works, you know, SLR makes some good stuff. I know those guys. I've got a couple of their setups in here. Let's see here.
Grease is great to keep
Type
small
of oil.
springs from hiding. What the hell?
He likes a bit of Vaseline in between his thighs on hot, humid days.
That's
Stops
right.
chafing. That's it.
Smack yourself.
Hey, I've used WD-40. Use whatever you've got.
Yeah, if you got nothing. I use Billy Bob's lube. What the hell, Chris said?
3-in-1 oil. Man, 3-in-1 oil has been around
for
forever.
billions of years.
Yeah, exactly.
I think cavemen were freaking oiling their They're chingus with it. I missed that comment.
Okay, so we will get into viscosity, okay?
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about lighter oils versus heavier oils and things like that. Like I said, we're not going to get all scientific and everything on you.
Yes, we are.
However, okay, so for example, all right, let's talk about an automatic knife like this, okay?
Baby.
We're going to talk about guns, we'll talk about knives as well. If you put Lucas oil in one of these, it will work, but it will gum up very quickly. It is better to use a lighter oil like rim oil or something like that, 3-in-1, something like that that's very thin, that is more fluid rather than has a high viscosity. So on guns, this is going to lead us into talking about viscosity and then greases, okay?
Game changer bags again.
So, you know, Brian Enos, he's a world-renowned shooter. He has the Brian Enos forums. If you get into these custom 2011s or 1911s, as the temperature changes, and you know you got like gun-toting Minnesotan here and all that, when these guys in these colder climates, if you try to run a thicker grease or a thicker oil, it can gum up the gun to the point it doesn't work.
Yep.
So they do have different grades of it, like in Slide Glide, and we are talking about gun products, but Slide Glide, they have a summer weight, they have a winter weight.
Slide Glide.
You know,
kind of what the hell?
It depends on the use.
What the hell was that?
Now,
holy shit.
Elmo, you should be ashamed of yourself. So you need to think about it. Do you have a truck gun that you keep in there all the time? Well, the interior temperature of a vehicle can get, upwards of 140 degrees. It's SoCal, I know I got to laugh out of you on that one.
Whoa, now, I wasn't me, shit.
That was Elmo.
That was Elmo. What?
Holy crap.
This has gone down the shit.
I have an adjustable guess.
Yeah, that's a trunk monkey barking is what that was. That was Ray's trunk monkey. His trunk monkey didn't want it out. He was like, let me out, boy. What the hell?
That was Rick. Just now,
hey,
that was
shots
Rick.
fired. I had to return fire. Elmo likes.
SLP 2000.
His ass is wiping his eyes out. He's
jeez.
crying. Does Elmo
I
use
forgot
lube?
I'm on a chat with 58 people.
Exactly. You're done shat yourself. Does Elmo use lube? Yeah. Elmo's.
All right. I'm going to get a Diet Coke. Come back in a minute.
Elmo's mouth. There's one right here.
No, that was warm already.
Oh, yeah. Dick. Let's see. Yeah, you better run, stinky. See, he got all comfortable with all you guys thinking around the campfire kind of deal. Edit that out. What's up, West Covina, Vanessa Kid? Gun chat, nuclear war.
Have me another Diet Coke.
Yep. Everyone pushes the. What did it say? Oh man, it's out of control. The comments are out of control down below.
It says I'm cleaning my pants.
Yes, you are. Here, you talk to him for a minute since you shit yourself. I gotta go. I gotta go pee.
SoCal says everyone pushes the button. He would know, okay? He would know. No further on that. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about oil on pistols. So, like on I have a baffle strike. Okay, I can't carry on. I'm getting cramps in my stomach. Oh, so we're talking about oil weight. So on my 2011s, whether it's an Infinity or whatever, if it's cold, you cannot run a heavier grease or oil. It will jam up so fast, especially with the carbon buildup. That actually happened to me in Oklahoma at Nationals, and my pistol turned into a single shot because of the oil choice. Now, this was years ago, and I've learned my lesson. This is why I try to share this information with you guys, because the guns have to work when they have to work. So yeah, and that's, they do require a little more thought process, just like your Infinity. So Rick's got a top of the line Infinity, and the other day his firing pin bent on it. That's not something you're typically going to see on something like a Glock 34 or something like that. Yeah. So when you get into these higher end pistols, they do require more maintenance.
Seconds do matter, truth breeze.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Here, let's get over here to Smelly. There he is. Did you forget you're on live chat?
You know
Live,
what? I
we
guess
should
I
call
did.
it live chat. You're not using Elmo's loops. Oh man, poor
Oh,
Elmo.
man.
You're sitting in the middle of a fart storm. Just bathe your pistols.
He said you just pissed off the front porch on live chat. You forgot you were on live chat.
No, I pissed off the porch. So
Hey,
what?
so
We're in the
Cal,
woods.
there's a story about this.
Wrote a song about it.
My wife did not know that Rick did that, and he goes in the woods and pees.
I do
And
it all the
She
time.
went to come out of the house one day. I was like, "Oh no, stay in the house." She's like, "What?" I was like, "Rick's out here pissing in the yard," and she says, "You're kidding, right?" I was like,
I gotta mark my territory. I do
He does it all the
14
time.
times a day.
Damn hillbilly scissor cakes. Hey, you know why we can be so loud? I have no neighbors. So
That's
I
right.
don't care.
That's laugh miles Rick. I'm one with that. I pee outside more than you would imagine.
And on the side of the highway.
Yeah, I'll piss on the side of the highway. A man's got to know his limitations, Ray.
Now he's not from here, so when you call him hillbilly, you have to call him a West Coaster,
A West Coaster.
one of them California folks.
I am not a Californian anymore.
CRT. Sorry, yeah, you came in at an odd time on this chat.
He's like, what the hell? That's what he said.
Oh
Well, he
man,
was here earlier. He
he
probably.
said you can't hide class, Rick.
I ain't worried about it. My wife hates that too.
Oh,
See,
man.
when you run around with something like this and look like Uncle Cy, she hates this too. But
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. So Cal, he knows because I have a very, very, very conservative wife, and so yeah, she takes on Eric's thoughts on this.
What did he say?
Poor E.
Oh.
She has to be beside herself.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people pee outside.
Somebody saw the silly salmon when I jumped up on our R squared video.
Yeah, that's right. We'll piss outside, but almost. Crap
What would you
inside.
recommend for fully rusted old pistol? Start with a kerosene or Kroll or something like that. I don't know.
And a penny, a copper penny. Not at your friend's house. Oh yeah, all the time. There's nothing but woods out here. This is where you pee.
It's forest.
You guys realize now, if you live in California, you can't pee in your neighbor's tree, but there's miles of trees. Throw it away. Ultrasonic. What was the ultrasonic comment? I'm not a fan of those at all. Florida bearded fisherman.
Casey's still on here.
Rick, not at your friend's house. You suck. Rusty pistol. Nice. Fully rusty
Dunk it
pistol.
in 80 weight, 90, 80, 90, and let the excess drip out. Good to go.
That's right. Run it till it
Elmo
dies.
likes to run it wet.
He doesn't hear a word you're saying.
That's right. Oh, what's my drink?
Oh, you got a drink over there? I did not see it. 1911. Fine.
Chris Smith says he uses the yard more than the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Chris. Well done. That's right. You guys realize that you've been trained to be non-men. Like, if you're not peeing outside at least a couple times a day, you know, you're not one with nature. You gotta, you know, go back to your roots of the caveman.
Okay, so gun-toting Minnesotan. This is a good question. He says, any tips for iron sights on pistols that won't budge? Want to replace them. I have a rear sight press, but literally will not budge.
Go the other way.
It depends on what type of pistol you have, okay? So let me know that first, because there are some Kimbers and some Springfields. You need to know if it is a directional dovetail, if it's got to go in one way and come out the other. The other thing is there are some that are pressed in with hydraulic presses, and you're not going to do it with that. You need to send that into the company. Now, that's not on all cases, but I've run into those, and I've worked on some of those. You need to be careful on that, because some of those you're going to break your sight tool trying to move it
What
out.
barrel profile would you use if you were building? Yeah, what was the barrel that that Proof originally sent? Was that the M24?
Believe that one was an M24. No, it was the competition contour. That's what they sent me. The M24 is a heavy contour. The old M24 system on the Remington 700. What did I miss?
RTT's answer for everything is freaking some thick ass oil.
Stuck sight, dip it in 80W9, let the excess drip out, good to go. Amazing how pistol and gun talk can actually be sexy. Just kidding. All right, so simple cast iron pan. Some have a screw like an MMP, and that's a good point. You have to look and make sure that there's no screw on some of the Smiths. Like when you want to get, you have to actually slide it out. They give you a little tool that will go inside of there, but it depends on the pistol that you're using. Let's see.
That's right.
That's
William.
pretty good. Quench oil. That's right. Then look for pitting.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing too.
No, the one I was talking about was the Smiths. What is it? The shield. If you're trying to do a trigger job, you have to take the sight off. There's a plunger that's under there. It's something like that on the rear. I've worked on so many of them, I can't remember. Oh, Matt Cross. That's for therapy costs for Elmo.
That's right. Oh shit. Thanks, Matt. Yep. Looks like you get a whole can of lube yourself, buddy. CZP10 is the pistol that I can't move the rear sight. Did I change mine out? It's actually got a decent sight on the CZ.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't taken that one off. How you liking those Acme bullets, Rick? I actually like Acme. I've been shooting those for quite a few years now. Still trying to figure out my 3.5.
RTT.
Elmo needs mids.
No, we said trigger job, Duncan and 80.
That's right.
Oh, man.
For 2 to 3 minutes.
You guys are killing us.
If you want the trigger job, it's 2 to 3 minutes. They're working great. I love them. It works well.
He said go get a Thunder Beast and stick it in Elmo's mouth for effect.
No, because then
A new t-shirt idea, dip it in 80W90.
You farted earlier, Mr. X. Now we cannot take you seriously.
No, that was the chair squeaking. I can make it happen again.
Yeah, watch. Shit.
Okay, those bighorn actions. Can't you just call proof and order a shoulder barrel without sitting in your action?
No, you just put 80.
Yeah, Brian Marks, Proof will make pre-fit barrels for the bighorn actions. I actually talked to the engineers over at Proof, and this wasn't even 2 months ago, and that's one of the ones they're like, no issues whatsoever. We'll get you a pre-fit barrel for one.
What? DB says, what the hell?
Ray made some 80W90.
Yeah,
that was the chair squeaking.
Oh, come on. Don't be embarrassed. You shit yourself.
Lothar Walther has prefits as well.
Oh, I like Lothar Walther barrels.
Yeah, Kathleen, I did see that. Yeah, M&P does have the safety plunger. Like I said, I can't keep all the guns straight. Between machine guns and everything else that I work on all the time, it's tough to keep them straight.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it either. Blame it on the chair, sure.
It's a squeaky wicker chair, all right? Sorry.
Yeah, make it squeak again.
Yeah, okay, it was me, Chris. All right, I don't lie. It was me.
Shit. Did someone call my name? I have a dog that always tries to get the cat. Cat lays there. So sad to watch.
Mudslide.
Mudslide. Southern mudslide. Rootin' in Australia means banging.
The city that we are going to is Frostproof, Florida.
Frostproof Florida.
That means it's really hot down there.
Yeah, it's going to be hot as shit, I think.
Rooting in Australia means banging.
Banging, like what kind of banging? Are we going in a bad direction?
No, I really had to get a Diet Coke.
I know, but what's rooting and banging mean with Diet Coke?
No, somebody said rooting for you or something like that.
Oh,
Use oak chairs on the porch.
Oh, Aussies are a bit of oak chairs on the porch. Go to the comments above. Conservative snapper. By the way, my parents are expecting all of you guys to come over for dinner. We shall see. We shall see. Rooting in Australia. Thanks, and yeah, it's the 90s every day. Central Florida, John Townley.
I hate Central Florida. You know, Frostproof must be near Bradenton. I hate Bradenton. I hated that place.
Gonna be there. 3 days. Squeaky
Squeaky chair, 80W90.
Yes, RTT.
Oh, man.
Matt, you got it going good tonight, buddy. What's the pistol for National Ray? Glock in Holliston. He was dropping in a few vids.
No. I do not shoot anything like that in competition. I am shooting an Akai custom pistol. It's the one that's the PVD Cerakoted. PVD flat dark earth, and it's got a Phoenix Trinity grip on it. It's a 2011. It's 9mm. That's what I'll be shooting at nationals.
Yeah. The reason why you saw him with the red dot in that was the weight when he was rucking the 30-mile match.
Yeah, and the fact, it was the weight, but also in a ruck style match where you might be encountering a lot of mud, stuff like that, you don't want a 2011 style pistol. You want something more like a Glock or a Smith or something like that. You don't want, you want something that's got to work, that's going to work all the time.
Maybe you just bring 80 weight 90, you'd be good.
There you go. All right, let's see. I just installed
Hope to
the
meet up,
M4
Florida
72
Bearded
brake.
Fisherman.
It's the most effective annoying brake I've ever touched for today, but it keeps the reticle stable.
Yeah, rattle can, baby. Go, Vanessa. Grab the sponges. You're going to end up with something you totally enjoy. How is Arizona area RTT Guns and Gear? It's hot as hell, probably. You ever use graphite in pistols? I have not.
I have not. Only in locks.
Nick Knox, what's going on?
Guys, I do know a lot of guys will use graphite in their shotgun tubes. I've never done that. Most of the guys that I see have black all over their faces from loading, and it gets on the shotgun shells. But no, I don't use graphite lube for any of that.
Yeah, that one you can use.
Yeah, conservative sniper hunter hit on the head. It's very messy. It gets everywhere. It's kind of like working with anti-seize. Okay, you can look at that and it jumps off on you. It's just the way it is. Oh man.
Yeah, that ain't good. Yeah, especially if it's in your tube and.
Yeah.
I'll be down there too. My parents live in Lakeland and my brother is in Tampa.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you down there, Tim Davis. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll be. Hey, Mr. Sweet Tea.
What's up, Pontius Pilot?
What's up, Pontius?
You've missed a lot of good content.
Oh, man, it's been a funny ass. Just because you just showed up, Shazam. If you don't know why we have this damn thing here, you got to go check out R2, where you will find a fun video with Elmo at the range.
Yeah, Brian Marks, I understand and I hear you. I've never used the NRL tripods. You're saying it's just like the Really Right Stuff. I'll have to give them a look because the Really Right Stuff, guys, those are expensive tripods. If you've got one with a good ball head on it that's got like the Arca Swiss and the Picatinny, you're looking at $1,200 to $1,500, and that's a lot for a tripod. But it's a great tool, so I will look at those NRLs and see, depending on what the weight is like.
Tactical me, Elmo.
RT says he used graphite, but he washed it out with AW90.
Oh man, he needs to make a shirt with that shit on.
Hey Casey, no, I'm not familiar with the 783.
No, he had. I don't know what the question was, but 88 and rough in New York. Wow. Is that what that said?
Tactical, tickle me Elmo. Tactical.
Tactical. Grill in the bed, the truck will fix. Damn it, I cannot read fast enough.
I know, trying to keep up with them.
Yep. Maybe I need to tune up my engine. Just like Elmo, away from the mutts, Rick. I think they've been having some fun with the poor guy. Yeah, poor Elmo. He had a good day of shooting, though, let me tell you.
Yes, he did. That was actually a fun little video.
Yep, took for a while. Oh, don't touch him there.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's supposed to be 110 this weekend. Yeah, that's warm. Yeah, so the one piece is missing. Or no, I guess it's there, huh?
No, it's here.
Here, you need a drink to put it in?
No, I haven't. So, yeah, actually, that's what this is for, guys. It actually goes around your beer or your favorite beverage, and you can size it.
What the hell? Get the hell out of here. Big old
It's
helicopter.
just a bug.
That ain't no bug. That's a damn helicopter.
This was by a company called Rapdom Tactical Gear. I guess they make full-on gear, and this was what they had at shop.
Yep, Matt, I'm overgassed. You missed out on it. It was Ray. Ray's been overgassed all day long. What's the real thoughts on the Curtis Custom? I'm looking for, 60-degree throw, man. That's the way. There's actually like 3 companies. I was talking with Matt P after that last chat I had. I can't remember all the manufacturers' names, but what the hell, this is in the way.
Sorry.
But if I was to buy a make or build a custom, it'd be with a 60 degree. No,
Who are you answering? Brian Marks on that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a chance to shoot a lot of the MPAs with the Curtis Actions.
Check my oil ammo.
I don't know the status of anything of the company or anything like that. They've all been good actions and the ones that I've tried, but I can't speak any more about that because I don't know. I think the 60 degrees are nice. Otter has a really good question. This might be for something for you to think about. If you have everything for reloading and doing your loads, what would be the next of the three? Lab radar, Kestrel with applied ballistics, and some sort of annealing machine.
Where's that question at?
It's above Brian Marks. That's a good question. You don't necessarily have to have a lab radar. You can go with a magneto speed as long as you don't mind handing a little bit of weight off of your barrel, because that can change your point of impact and your harmonics
Then
just
you
a
gotta
little bit.
swap it with guns.
Lab radar is
don't like
nice,
that.
but it's very pricey. Kestrel with applied ballistics is a must-have if you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. If you're not going to be doing a lot of traveling and you're relegated to shooting at one place all the time, let's say it's your favorite home range, and you're not traveling around, then yeah, the Kestrel is nice, but it's not a necessary expense. I mean, it's nice to give you wind and all that, but I usually don't take wind readings with my Kestrel. Annealing machine, yes, if you plan on using your brass a lot or using higher quality brass, then definitely some sort of annealing machine.
Yeah, because if you already have a load, it's almost like, man, if you could get a couple buddies to pay.
Okay, so you guys don't know, but SoCal and I are pretty good friends. He says, it's not a day if Ray doesn't fart and laugh. Love that about my brother. And I appreciate that, SoCal. Likewise, I've spent a lot of time with SoCal. You guys know we did the overlanding trip. He's come over from California. I've been over there to California
we
stand
brought
to
you to
visit
Paula
him.
Range.
That's
even.
right. I shot with Rick and
SoCal.
SoCal at the Polo Range out there. I was visiting
800 yard.
some casinos. We were having a good time.
Yep. Ain't that the truth, SoCal?
Hey, you only go through this world once, guys.
That's right.
Enjoy it.
And if you don't shit yourself, you're doing something wrong. What is the best spotting scope to have you ever used in a match? I seen a really cool one, but I never got to use it.
Oh, let me see here.
Actually,
What
I
is the
did
best
use it.
spotting scope have you ever used in a match? Okay, so TB, this is a tough question to answer, only because it depends on the type of match. If you're one of these that are into high power and everything else, I used to use Kowa scopes exclusively, KOWA. You get those with the fluorite lenses, you're looking at some big money, but those are great. But those are spotting scopes that
You're
they
talking about
typically
those
don't
big
have
old
reticles.
huge ones?
You can get a straight through or a 45. There's nothing like a Kowa. However, they're not weatherized or ruggedized like something like a Leupold Mark IV or something like, even that Bushnell Legend. I mean, let's just talk about that one. These compact prismatic spotting scopes for something you can throw in the pack, and you've got, 45 power or 60 power, those are great.
Yeah.
But best spotting scope, that's going to be a tough one.
Do you have to
Depends on the
carry it?
use. Yeah,
Do you have to carry the damn thing? The whole
good
time?
question though.
Options on the primary arms 1 to 8.
Yeah, conservative sniper, that Bushnell, like I said, that one gets just as much use as the Leupold, but there's been 2 guys that have ordered that scope. There's been a lot of people that have ordered it based on my recommendations, and 2 of those guys noticed some what looked like overspray or spots within it. So I don't know if their QC has come down.
Tim Davis.
Tim just got his, and
yeah.
his is perfect. So
said it
I
was
don't know.
clear.
It might be hit or miss on those, but for the price, you're not going to be able to beat it.
Even if it has a couple spots in it compared to a lot of them, it's like it is so nice to be able to dial in the reticle.
Okay, Gun Tote Minnesotian. I actually have used and reviewed. I don't know if I reviewed it, but I used it for quite a while. The Primary Arms 1 to 8 Platinum series had 0 issues with turret reliability or tracking. The one that I had it for over a month, and I was using it with a Kinetic Development Group fast attach mount. I have no issues with that scope whatsoever. Their Platinum series seem to be solid. So, yeah, I think we're good. I'm hearing it compared to the Night Force 1 to 8. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the Night Force 1 to 8, whether you're talking about the ATACR or the NXS 1 to 8. I had both of those, 2 of both of those, and I did not like their reticle choice. I think the reticle choice in the Primary Arms is better.
RTT Guns and Gear. He is at it tonight. I like
Yeah,
it. What's the
Tim
Bushnell
Davis
scope
likes
model?
his Bushnell, says his wife had some good comments about it.
Yep. Bryson's out there?
Recommendation for a rangefinder.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Man, get your pocketbook ready.
Yeah, I'm going to be big on the Leicas, sorry. That's just me. What's up, Bryson?
I sent Rick to...
How are you doing? I guess I will see you tomorrow at some point.
Send you.
Hey, Eagle Eye, it is the Bushnell Legend Tactical 15 to 45, and you can find those for sub $400 with a mill reticle in them. It has
It's
zoom,
awesome.
it has the focus, it has reticle focus, as well as eye relief
nice.
cup. It's armorized. It already has 3 pick rails on it.
Yep.
And let's see here, trying to catch up.
Yep. We're already at freaking 100 minutes right now. My binoculars are Leica, made in the 60s. See, and that's how awesome they probably are. And it's budget if I go with Primary Arms Platinum. The Primary Arms Platinum.
It's not, I mean, it is a good scope and it's a budget scope, but some people will consider anything in the Platinum line as expensive. It just depends on who you're talking to. But you know that the Platinum that I've been using that I have still not done a dedicated review on yet.
6 to 30, right?
Yeah, because before I review something like that I'm going to recommend, I'm going to have it for 3, 4, 5 months of pretty regular use before I'm going to recommend
the thing's been on probably 12 rifles.
at least.
Ray and Ricky, clear. Cheers, brother, and everyone else. Have a good night. Have a good night, SoCal. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up.
We got to wrap this up as well
very soon. It's been an hour, or not an hour, but 101 minutes according to the thing here. So.
Yeah, San Miguel, just look them over. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the Night Force, and I like Night Force products, but I think the reticle choice and the primary arms is plenty durable enough. You know, I can't say the glass is
half full.
Going to be. I can't say the glass is going to be the exact same as the Night Force, but I wasn't impressed with the glass in the 1:8. The glass was definitely better in the Attacker 1:8. You could definitely tell a difference, but the NXS 1:8 that they just released, what was it, a year and a half, 2 years ago? A year and a half ago or so.
Nice conservative.
It actually had a little bit of fisheyeing in it, in the one that I had. All right, guys.
All right, with that said, we're going to wrap this up. So Elmo had to go to sleep.
I apologize for earlier.
Oh, don't apologize. I'm going to try to shit myself right here.
Yeah, San Miguel, I'd probably save and wait up for that. I'd save up your money, wait up for that. I think
You think it's going to be that great?
It is that great. If you want to look, I think there's a company called Liberty Optics that is going to be selling those for a lot less than what most other people are going to be selling them for. Go to the website, check it out. I have no connection with them, but their prices are pretty good.
Cross.
All right, guys.
All right, you guys.
Sounds fun when you're having flies.
When you're
That's
having
it.
flies. All right, you guys. Take care.
Guys, take care.
Be
It's a
safe.
pleasure.
Have a good night, and see you tomorrow.
Burp.
Burp. Have a good night.